The past 18 months have been an unprecedented challenge for us as a church and for many of us as individuals. Many aspects of our lives have been disrupted. It's been a time of change with no clear end in sight. It brings to mind the Hebrew people and their time in the wilderness. This pandemic time has been our wilderness time. We're not really sure where we're going, but somehow we must go on. As a church, we've gone through many changes in how we worship and function as a faith community. We've learned that being the body of Christ isn't limited to being in the same physical space together. We've learned that technology can help bind us together and touch sisters and brothers hundreds of miles away. The Hebrew people fled oppression in Egypt under Moses' leadership. They left what they knew for an uncertain journey. Along the way, they faced many trials, and their faith often faltered. Despite their frequent failings, God continued to go before them as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Even during the ambiguities of the pandemic, we have managed to continue our ministry. As a church, it's been a time of growth, innovation, adaptation, and introspection. We have been blessed to expand our ministerial resources through our call to David Finnegan Hosey to serve as a co-minister. We've provided food to the hungry, sent children to camp, reached out to those around us with comfort and care. Our doors are once again open to the community to serve those in need of support. During it all, we know that God has gone before us. The ministries of Bon Air Christian Church have multiple levels: practical, theological, and compassionate. At the most basic level, in order for the church to serve, everyday functions must be met. The lights must be on. The doors need to be open. Our outreach needs to be supported. At the theological level, both the Old and New Testaments have many and varied lessons on giving. One clear message is that we are called upon to support God's kingdom on earth, and this can take many forms. Our compassion as Christians beckons us to use our time, talents, and resources to help heal the world's brokenness. God goes before us as we strive to do His work. Once the Hebrew people finally completed their wilderness time and arrived at the Promised Land, there was still much to be done. They had enemies to overcome, homes to establish, fields to clear, and crops to sow. In many ways, their efforts were just beginning. Instead of wandering, they had to settle down and begin the work of community with God still going before them. Our pandemic wilderness is not yet over, but we do have tools that can help us to get there. We know that just as the Hebrew people had work to do upon reaching the Promised Land, we have work to do once we emerge from the pandemic wilderness. We have hope that 2022 will be a time to reinvigorate our ministries and build upon the lessons we've learned in the past 18 months. We ask that you prayerfully consider how you can support the ministries of Bon Air Christian Church in 2022.